Alright, time for round 4/wave 2 of these. This time it will be on the gods of Romarius. So, let's not delay and just hop into it. Gallion is the god of loyalty and the right hand of the creator. He is the sentinel of Olympigard, the loyal knight of his lord, and a swift and ruthless swordsman. He is often the one that is seen as the leader of the Council of Gods in regards to matters that do not involve the primordials. With his trusty blade, he is the patron deity of the Night of All, the Blade Brotherhood, and the Steel Wolves. Gallion is a master with a blade and is precise with his words and actions. Despite his quiet and cold demeanor, he has an honorable heart and a wise mind. He uses his position of power to instruct his followers to be loyal to their lords, with Gallion using his power to serve his. Gallion is a mortal that, from a young age, has seen the horrors of war and violence, which carved a stone shell around his heart. He treats everyone equally, regardless of their status or lineage. He often states that he is no respecter of peoples when asked about it. The only exceptions are his fellow gods, whom he sees as his equals. Gallion is stern, smart, and patient. He is not one for needless violence or bickering, but will offer his wisdom if you humbly ask for it. Despite his self-control, he is not immune to emotion. If pushed to it, he will retaliate with almost uncharacteristic ire and venom. Despite his many aspects, Gallion isn't evil or heartless, but stoic and primed to follow the will of the creator. To surmise, Gallion is a loyal sentinel to his core. Along with that, he is the guardian of the gates of Olympigard. For context, Olympigard is the city of the gods within the heart of creation, and Gallion here watches the gate when he is not in his domain Night of All. I see him as a sort of paladin, a soldier of the creator who has sworn his life, his skills, his blade, and his honor in service to. Despite being a god, Gallion doesn't have a lot of magical power. Rather, his power comes from his dexterity, his speed, and wit. Gallion is a very simple character in concept and execution. He's a sentinel, a soldier, the right hand of the creator. This, in a way, puts him in contrast to the other gods because, unlike them, Gallion has dedicated his godhood and purpose to serving the creator as his loyal blade, his shield, and his swift fury. I imagine Gallion to be friendly with the other gods and considers them his step-siblings due to the creator choosing them for apotheosis. Out of all the gods, he gets along best with Gallion, the god of judgment. The two of them serve as the creator's right and left hands, serving him in different regards, but with a level of faith no other god has, especially Gallion. If that wasn't evident enough. When it comes to Gallion's personality, I picture him as very direct, honest, and, intelligent. Not the kind of person for small talk, sarcasm, or joking around. He's sort of like the older brother out of the gods. The older brother who is the responsible, dependable one. Sorry, I'm tired. But he does have the capacity for compassion, even if he doesn't use it often. He is also a man of humility, duty, patience, and reverence. Gallion isn't one to boast or insult, preferring to just remain quiet. But if he is insulted, or worse, the creator is insulted, he will snap back faster than you'd expect. Along with that, if you somehow annoy him enough, he will get uncharacteristically angry. Thankfully, this is very rare. I'm reiterating myself, yes, but whatever, it's fine. As for how I imagine Gallion to fight/behave when fighting is, in a word, elegant. Basically like a fencer or swordsman using a more delicate, articulate weapon, as opposed to just a sword. Imagine flips, thrusts, etc. Again, Gallion isn't a magical powerhouse unlike other gods. Gallion is fast, dexterous, and agile. This means he relies on his sword and raw skill to fight. However, this doesn't mean he has no form of magical abilities. What magic I do imagine Gallion to have is rudimentary at best, only being able to do things like coating his sword in blue flame or creating magic constructs like throwing knives, spikes, or a simple shield. Just in case he can't parry an incoming attack. Yeah, I did read that right. Beyond that, there isn't much to say beyond the fact that Gallion's armor and sword are one of a kind, being made for him when he became a god. Gallion uses both as symbols of his divinity and as a tool in his hands to be directed by the Creator. Again, I'm sorry. Now I may hear you asking, what makes him a god of loyalty, or how can loyalty be a god? I'll answer you like this. Gallion is the god of loyalty because he has been at the Creator's side ever since Gallion's race was created. You see, Gallion is a member of a very rare and nearly extinct race known as the Mordials. Said race being only slightly younger than the Homunculi, which is tied with 3 other races for being the oldest in all of Romerius. A Mordial, in a technical sense, is a hybrid between primordials, but lacking a large amount of power a primordial would have. How this works is that where a primordial is born using one primordial force, mordials are made when combining 2 or more primordial forces. For Gallion specifically, he was made with the forces of creation and nothingness, making him the creation of the Creator and, in part, the void. When Gallion was made, he was trained in the ways of the sword, eventually becoming skilled enough to serve the Creator as a form of security, and the rest is history. To surmise, Gallion gained his title and godly station of God of Loyalty due to his unwavering faith, dedication, and, above all, loyalty to the Creator. Even when the whole of Romerius was in a state of war, a massive lore thing I'm just grazing at in this video, Gallion never wavered. This sort of thing is a trend among the gods, where they became a god due to them embodying that aspect in some way or another. In closing, Gallion is the protector of Olympigard, the sentinel and right hand of the Creator, a skilled fighter with wits to back up his strengths, and the fundamental embodiment of loyalty. Anyway, if you enjoyed this explanation of one of my characters, then please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and adios everyone.